Welcome, everyone. I'm very, very happy and excited to see all of you. I was hoping and praying that like maybe 10 people would join, but till now we have like 23 people. Maybe not all of you will continue. I don't know. It's up to you. And I would like to welcome those who are with us on Zoom. And those who will see this video on Facebook too, I will put it on Facebook because maybe, I don't know how the Lord will use this ministry and have students from the Middle East, from anywhere. I think this is a very special and unique opportunity for studies as we are studying in English, but mainly we are targeting kind of Arabic people, and those who attend can listen in English, can read the books in English, but he can ask questions in Arabic if he wishes to, and write essays in Arabic. So this is like a bilingual ministry. Let me share with you a presentation for a few minutes. I think I will provide the very basic and necessary information that you need, and then there will be an opportunity for Q&A, questions and answers. Bethany Theological Seminary, this is the name of the seminary. And for those who don't know, there is like college, there is seminary, and there is university in the Christian sense. College, it means it offers diploma and maximum BA. Seminary, it is a higher level, بالعربي سموها إكليريكية, which can provide also a master's degree and PhD. And university, it is the same level of education, but it means it can provide also Christian plus secular studies, like psychology or finance or whatever. So the certificate that we will be try to achieve here is certificate in theological studies. This is the name of the study. First point, who is Bethany Theological Seminary? It is a Bible conservative college, very solid biblical college. The address is in front of you in Dothan, Alabama. You can go to Google it and see its catalog, see history, statement of faith, who they are. Who had the chance to go and Google it a little bit? Anybody visited? Okay, Rami, only Rami. Okay, Alberto, Rashid, great. So I encourage you all to go to know who's that college that you are going to join. Sami is a graduate of Bethany. I'm a graduate of Bethany. Pastor Fadi Nooni here in the city, Pastor Sila are graduates of Bethany. Pastor Samuel Kharrad, Dr. Samuel Kharrad in Lebanon. He used to be the Baptist Convention president. He's a graduate of it, plus many other people you might or might not know. It is accredited by American Association for Higher Education and Accreditation. According to Google, it says that the American Association for Higher Education and Accreditation, formerly AAHE, is the oldest association in the United States dedicated to the advancement of higher education. In the USA, there are 3 sources of Bible colleges. Maybe this is too short, okay, summary, but I wanted just to make it very, very short. There are fake Bible colleges where you can go and do some courses, some essays, and read a couple of books, and they give you whatever, BA, diploma, whatever they call it, masters, or they tell you, okay, tell us about your previous ministry, and you tell them, I witnessed here, there, I taught Sunday school, and they just give you a paper. You can hang it on the wall and claim that you are somebody who you are not. Unfortunately, there is kind of lack of honesty in this area. But there is the formal yet non-accredited and the fully accredited. Bethany is in the middle. So there are 2 kinds of accreditation in USA. One accreditation like this one It is accredited as a college, accredited from the state of Alabama. It's a formal school. It is far from being fake, but it is not accredited on the level of Ministry of Education in USA. So if you are aiming to be accredited in that sense, I can direct you to many good colleges. One of them is Luther Rice Seminary, where Rabia got master's degree. Why many Christian schools choose to be non-accredited from the Ministry of Education? For two reasons. One is that the Ministry of Education sometimes interferes in the programs, what they can teach, what they cannot teach. And second, there are very, very high fees for the same education. You will be paying 3, 4, or 5 times more money to get the same education. That's why they choose, we are here to train ministers. We are not here to train, lawyers. So we want to provide education, the best education for the cheapest price. I graduated from Bethany actually with 4 degrees. I got my BA from them. Master's degree in theology, another master's degree in Christian counseling, and a PhD in religious studies that was honorary. Also, I graduated from Louisiana Baptist University with PhD in psychology and Christian counseling. So this is my academic background, if you wish. Just to know me not as your pastor, but also as your teacher or instructor or professor. You can study towards one of its 4 main streams of studies. So in almost every good Bible college, there are 4 streams of studies. One, theology. And theology is broad, where you can get a little bit of everything to build your knowledge and equip you to serve. Bible, it is more focused on studying books of the Bible. You study Genesis, you study the Pentateuch, the Torah, you study Isaiah, you study the book of Matthew, the book of... so it's focused more on studying books. And actually, this is what we are doing in Bible study here. Also, the third stream is ministry. To equip you to start Sunday school, to start a church, plant a church, how to pastor a church, how to lead a church. And fourth is Christian counseling. But if you take any stream, you will go over the other 3 areas. So let's say you are studying Bible. 1/3 of the courses will be on the Bible, and the 2 other thirds will be on the other stream. So you'll be balanced, but specialized in one stream more than others. Bethany has a Canadian branch. I'm one of its teachers. There is another one in Nova Scotia. He's on the board of the seminary, but very far from here. So I'm one of the teachers in the Canadian branch. I taught a few courses in the past. And we stopped for a while, and now we are reviving it through you. Practical details about our studies. There will be 10 courses, followed by 10 courses, by 10 courses, by 10 courses. If you study with us for 4 years, you will get a BA in theology. Every Monday, at 6:30, this is what I'm suggesting. We can make it at 6, we can make it at 7. We play, but it has to be 3 hours till 9:30 for 3 hours multiplied by 10 weeks. Equal 30 credit hours per course, equivalent to 1 semester in a seminary. So any course to be a course, to get 3 credits, you need to attend 30 hours in a class. So if we take 10 weeks, it means 2 months and a half. But if you agree and you are enthusiastic enough, we can finish it in 2 months. And that is every 2 months we hold 1 long day retreat to finish 6 hours. And in 10 months we will finish a course. 1 week break. So in every year, every 9 months, 9 months, we will be finishing one certificate. So get 1 certificate, then 1 certificate, and then diploma, and then BA which is equal to 120 credit hours for any BA in any good college. Teaching and textbooks will be in English. It will be very hard to sit down, teaching in Arabic and somebody is translating while all the textbooks are in English. We don't have enough textbooks in Arabic. That's why I prefer to be in English. If somebody needs translation, we'll manage it to those who don't speak English well. Essays and papers can be written in English or in Arabic. And this is to simplify it. I know Nuran and some others who can hear English and understand, but they cannot write a paper. And so since I'm going to be like grading you and correcting the exams, you can do it in Arabic. You will fail the course if you miss more than 3 sessions out of 10. So it's not a game. It's not we are here and just to have fun, like learn a little bit. No, it's a serious business. We are a college here. So if you miss 3 times, that's okay. The 4th time, you get an F for your course. But if you miss, we will be recording, videotaping all the classes. So let's say you can't come this Monday, but during the week you watch the video, and you'll be asked about it. So we will not count it as missing, okay? Because maybe somebody will have to miss it. And we will be teaching it in class, preferably in class, plus on Zoom. So if you can't come, you can join us on Zoom. And it's open. Like if you have any born-again Christian friend who wishes to come from any church, he's welcome, she's welcome. And even, I don't know how the Lord, because I'm going to put this video on Facebook, maybe we'll have students from India, from I don't know where. So it's going to be in class, basically, but on Zoom at the same time with interaction. You'll, in addition to reading the textbooks, there will be different requirements, essays, quizzes, final exams, HHH. So every course, it will be different. The approach is different. Maybe in one course, you need to just write 3 or 4 papers. In another one, you will have midterm and final exam. Another one, HHH stands for head, heart, and hand. So through the course, you write a paper explaining how did it teach you intellectually, and how did it affect you heartedly, and how it will help you practically with your hands, how you'll do it. So different approaches, because I know that some people don't like to write, some people don't like exams, but it's not going to be difficult. If you read the textbook, attend the classes, you'll get an A. You'll get an A. The purpose is to make sure you are seriously learning and deserve to earn your credits. It's not that, we have students, we have this number, and you graduate, you don't know what you have studied. See, 3 kinds of students. You can be one of those 3 kinds of students. One, students we call listeners. You can come whenever you wish, listen, learn, and that costs you 25% of the course cost. So those people who say, maybe I will not be able to come every time, I'll come most of the times, but you don't come only once in 2 months. That's an audience, okay, visitor, okay, but if you come most of the times, but you don't want to be participating in exams, essays, you just want to come for the knowledge, you're welcome. But you pay 25% of the course's cost. 2, committed students, regular students who are not interested in formal accreditation, cost is 50% of the course's cost. So you pay just half of the tuition. So this, like the requirements for number 2 and number 1, there's no requirement. You come, you go. Number 2, same requirements like full students. But the difference is that you say, I don't want to pay all the tuitions. I don't care for the certificate. I don't care for the collegial credits. I want to come and do everything, but I don't want to pay much, so you pay half tuition. Full seminary students, you will get seminary credits for your future studies. You will pay 100% of the cost will come how much it is. Like somebody would say, okay, now I'm studying here, but in the future I want to continue with Bethany or another college. So you pay full tuitions, you get the credits from the college, and if you finish all the requirements, you can graduate. Cost of studies, according to Bethany's website, so I'm not the one who's determining this, they determined that. We managed to get an approval from Bethany Divinity Seminary to pay in Canadian dollars. That was a big thing. It took like a while discussing it with Dr. Wiltshire, Edison Wiltshire. He's the director of the Canadian branch. That, you know, in Canada, our dollar is the value is less than US one. So they agreed that we pay same amount, but in Canadian dollars. And trust me, this is a lot. This is like 30% discount. In all my studies, all my life, with Bethany and Louisiana, I never got $1 discount. $1 discount. So you are more lucky than I was. I paid full tuition for every course, for everything. So what are the fees? It is for the application fee is $150. Again, it had to be in US, but we will be paying in Canadian dollar. Undergraduate course, which means for the BA level, $255 per course. So every 3 months, $255. But if you don't want the credits from Bethany, you pay half of it. You pay $127. Master's course, $285 per course. And this is very cheap, very, very cheap. I wanted to graduate for my PhD in psychology from Liberty University. I tried to apply. It would cost me like, I don't know, $100,000 US dollars to finish it. For every credit is $800. So to finish one course, you had to pay $2,400, like 10 times of this one. This is what you pay when you go to an accredited university. For doctoral course is $315. Activation fee is $50. Like if you stop, you drop, and after a year you want to reactivate, you don't pay an application again, but reactivation. But you tell me, okay, how do I know to which level I should go? I'll explain that. You can enroll for one of the following certificates. According to your level of previous achieved education, you can study for 1, a certificate in theology or theological studies. This is called undergraduate. It means first level of university, BA. Graduate, it means master's degree level, or PhD is PhD. You will receive a bachelor's degree in theology when you finish 4 certificates. So if you study the first certificate, second certificate, diploma, which is the third, then BA, 120 credits. But if you studied university, let's say 1-2 years in a branch, and you apply, there will be like evaluation, and maybe you'll need to do 2 or 3 instead of 4 to finish your BA. Like if you do, let's say, you know, there are some fields which are close to each other. If you are in biology in university, you study 2 years, then you switch to, I don't know, physiotherapy. So they don't ask you to finish or to start from scratch, but they take the first 2 years and you finish the third one. Number 2, a master's degree in theology. When you finish 60 hours, that's after a BA. So if you have a BA in whatever field, if you have a BA, you can enroll for the master's degree. But you might say, but okay, if people are studying here undergraduate at the same time with graduate people and doctoral level, how can we fit together since we are a very small branch here? you will be studying the same book, but you'll be asked to read extra book and write longer essays. Let's say we are writing something about the deity of Christ, Jesus being God. So for the BA level, let's say you will be writing 10 pages. For master's degree, you'll be writing 20 pages. For doctoral level, you will be writing 30 pages. And you need to write down how many books you read, and the biography is very important to write the resources. If you have master's degree in whatever field, you can study for the PhD level. So if you have master's degree in, I don't know, MBA, let's say, you need to study 60 credits and get your PhD. But part of your PhD, it must be writing a thesis for 170, 180 pages minimum. So two-thirds of the degree will be courses, and the third part of the degree, you need to choose a subject, make a study about it, and write a book about it. My PhD dissertation, it was a book on stress. So if you suffer stress, I'm the right person to come talk to me because I will make it more stressful on you. So in that case, you will appreciate your stress and say, wow, there is a greater stress or bigger stress. But this is promising, guys, and this is really, really good. You know, you can be here coming and studying and accumulating those credit hours and get a degree. A list of the courses which I chose, 15 courses. Now in this semester and next year, we will try to finish those 15. Because now we have one semester, March, April, May, June, we will finish like a few of the courses, and the next year. But usually 10 courses per year. Let me read them for you, and you'll get excited. Actually, the first part, you know, it is the technical name of the course, TH 102. And you can find all those courses on Bethany. There are 3 actually, which I put them in the curriculum. You can find them there, but these are the name. TH stands for theology. It's the biblical canon. This is actually a course which I added. It's not on Bethany's curriculum, but I have the freedom to determine which courses we take. And if we all agree that there is a certain subject that we wish to study, we can also add it in the future. What's biblical canon? Biblical canon is to study how did we get the Bible? How do we know that those books of the Bible are the biblical books inspired by God and not other books? It's a very, very interesting study. TH stand for theology also. Eschatology is about prophecies and what's going to happen, basically Revelation, Daniel, Ezekiel, those books, prophetic books. Number 3, systematic theology, Bible doctrine 1 and 2. Systematic theology is when we take the Bible and study it not book by book, but topic by topic. It starts with who God is, and who the Trinity is, who God the Father, the Son, the Spirit is, what's the church, what's demon, what's all the main doctrines of the Bible. The unseen realm, also this is actually a course that I put it in this curriculum. It is a very, very interesting study about the unseen spiritual world. Who's God? Who's the counsel of God? The Bible in the Old Testament mentions gods. Who are those gods? And demons, ranks of demons. What do we know about them? And you will be shocked and surprised how much the Bible has to say about it. And we just read it simply. We skip passages from the Bible. The life of Paul is very important. Basic principles of counseling. This is like summary of counseling, how to handle a problem of a person, how to understand him. which means kind of psychology. Christian ethics, how do we look at abortion? How do we look at different ethical, social issues, where to stand? Church history and history of Christianity. These are 2 courses. This is very important to know who we are and where we got here. Beginning hermeneutics, expository teaching. This is like, and we'll start with this one, as I promised before. It is how to prepare a sermon and present it biblically. It's very, very important. And by the way, between every 3 hours, every Monday, we will have 15 minutes of worship time. One of you will be preaching, not me. One of you will be preaching between 5 to 10 minutes. Less than 5, we don't let you go down from here. We tell you, stand up and preach more. More than 10 minutes, I'll say, stop it, leave. That's it. And we will be singing, praying, because worship time is very important. Principles of praying. We can't say we are preparing ourselves to serve God without knowing how to pray. Evangelism, missions, and church planting, for those who are interested in missions or going to a mission field. The cults and Islamic studies, so this could be like 2 courses. I will see if we can join them together and go into more details in future courses. Advanced apologetics, this is very important to take like the problems in the Bible, discrepancies that we see in the Bible, contradictions in the Bible, and how to defend them, how to understand them, and how to defend the cults and attacks on our faith. Then independent research. Each one of you should choose one subject, present a plan, and when it's approved, you just read 1, 2, 3 books, you summarize them. I don't want to know what the author of the book wrote, but I want to know what you understood from that book. So if you come just, to copy paste some pages, I will go to that book and I will know that. This is called plagiarism, which you need to commit to never plagiarize, which means you never take an idea of another person and claim it for your own, claim that you wrote it or you came up with it. It's very good to come with ideas. Actually, if you look at any dissertation, okay, thesis is usually shorter than dissertation. Dissertation now is on the doctoral level, and thesis is on the master's level. But if I wrote in my dissertation on stress, for example, my ideas, no matter how important they are, the teacher wouldn't grade me well. I have to, every point I'm making, I have to take quotation as this source says, and that source says, that source says. So, and then I present my opinion or my ideas so I wanted to read, I wanted to come up with different ideas, but you should say that as, for example, I don't know, Matthew Henry's commentary says, quote unquote, and then you close the quotation, and that's how it goes. So let me see if, okay, who is the team? It's me, I'm the teacher. I may occasionally invite guest speakers or lecturers. They must have master's degree or PhD degrees to be able to come and teach. So maybe one time, half of the 3 hours or all the 3 hours will be presented by another teacher qualified in a certain field that we are teaching. He will be coming and teaching. We will appoint a treasurer. I think his name is Rashid. And we will need a secretary. We will need a secretary who takes care of the applications, the files, the grades, the attendance, the whatever, all of this. And we would love to have someone who's fluent in English, obviously, and preferably knows some Arabic, if not fluent in Arabic, because if there is an essay in Arabic, he or she should know what's that about. Maybe to be in contact with Bethany, if there is any contacts, any application, any communication. or correspondence. Now, Q&A. Anybody has any question?